welcome back to the Adam Show. Tonight I've got a bit of a list building and Tactica video. But before I do that, I'd just like to say thanks everyone that's been subscribing and supporting the channel. I'm up to 150 subscribers now, which really happy with, really pleased. Thanks for getting on board with it, watching the videos and supporting what I'm doing. Alright, so tonight I'm just filming a list I'm building for an upcoming tournament. So I just want to go over what's in it, a bit of tactics and my thoughts behind some of it. It's 1250 points and I'm going with the Borkhan Sept. I've been using that lately. It's been working really well. I like the Sept. It's pretty good. So I'll go through what's in the list first and then I'll talk a little bit about how I'm going to use it and what the tactics are. So first off in the list is my two HQs. I've got the Cadre Fireblade. He is what he is. Markalite. Same as always, is always in the list. Got a lot of Fire Warriors. Next up is the Commander in an XV8 battle suit. Now I've given him 2 missile pods and a plasma gun, which obviously I'll give him the relic that's upgraded for the Borkhan one, because why not? Makes a better plasma gun. Troops, we've got 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I did that wrong. 1, 2, 3 units of 10-man Fire Warriors with pulse rifles, and then I've got 1 unit, 10-man unit with these are the breaches with their little space shotguns. So that's my four troops. Obviously that makes a battalion. Then in elites, well, I don't have any elites. So moving along to fast attack, we've got 1, 2 Pathfinder teams, as always, WYSIWYG, just their Markalites, nothing special here. And new addition is 1, 2, 3 4-man units of drones with the pulse carbines. And then in heavy support, we've got 1, 2 hammerheads with the ion cannon and smart missile systems. And then I've got 2 broadsides as separate units. Both of them have got twin plasma, and I think it's called the heavy rail rifle. Yeah, so that's what I've gone for. So going over a little bit of the tactics and how I'm planning on using it. Obviously board control and grabbing objectives over the last couple of games has been a difficult thing because it's a bit of a Tau gun line. It slowly moves forward, so anything on my side or midfield I've been able to grab really easily using my Fire Warriors. But then obviously things on the other side of the board or midfield or anything like that I was having trouble getting. Hence why I've put these 3 4-man drone units in. So what I'll be doing with them is obviously keeping them in reserves and dropping them down, because a lot of the games I've been playing is progressive objectives, so I need to be able to drop stuff down and control some of those objectives either on the enemy side, in the middle of the board, pretty much places that my Tau Fire Warriors are just struggling to get to. So I've play tested a little bit of it and it seems to work really well. Drones are pretty tough. They pump out 4 shots each, and they're only 48 points for 4 of them. So it's not, you know, to have like that maneuverability is not game breaking or anything like that, but what it is points efficient and gives me a little bit more control across the board. I was running Riptides, but I've found that for half the price with a Hammerhead I can sort of get the same firepower out. The difference is the defensive is not as good as a Riptide. So the Riptide has the 2 up and it can also give itself a 3 up invuln. That's really good, obviously, across the board. So they suffer in that, but in terms of the things where I'm finding their better game is these things come with a ballistic skill of 3 rather than 4. So their shots stick. This ion cannon's a really good all-round gun. It just does straight 2 damage, AP 2, strength 7, 3 shots, or you can do D6 shots, strength 8, AP 2, but 3 damage straight. Anything 3 damage straight I really like, just really helps knock out things like wraiths, ogres, bloody Tyrannid warriors, any of them pesky things. Necron destroyers, which are a real pest to try and get rid of with volume of shots because they've got so many wounds, such a good save and reanimation. So that's where these come in handy. So I've got the 1, 2, they come in at 165 points each. And then they got the smart missiles, obviously just adds more strength 5, ignores cover and doesn't need line of sight. Then obviously these aren't pure anti-tank guns, but they can do that smash up vehicles, no issue. But then I needed a little bit more anti-tank and a bit more heavy AP in the list, which is why I've gone for the two hammerheads, these aren't hammerheads. 2 broadsides with the heavy rail rifles. Now, because I'm going Borkan, it gives their plasma rifles range 30, so rapid fire at 15, so that helps support the gun line. And then these are things are like range 66 now. So across the back, this is some really good anti-tank, anti-heavy, support. So scattered throughout the army, obviously the marker lights at the front, followed up with also this Cadre Fireblade is what's going to light things up. I've also got marker lights throughout the Fire Warrior teams just to add extras if needed, and then use stratagems to boost that marker light up. Some of the ones that are beneficial also is if you can get the 5 marker lights on the unit, that means that like these hammerheads can move and fire without penalty, hitting on 2-ups. So it makes them manoeuvrable, plus giving them better ballistic skill. Hitting on 2-ups, re-rolling 1s. That's pretty much shots a hit, nothing's missing. That's the benefit I like over the Riptides as well. The Riptides, even with the +1, still miss on 2s. Whereas with these guys, with 5 marker lights, you're hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s. That's brilliant. Obviously that goes down as they get hit, but that's no different to a Riptide. As I said, these things only come in at 117 points. That's cheap as chips. For a 2-up armour, sit it in cover, has 1-up. Blasting away. Alright, and obviously the Warlord, I've just gone for an all-round build for him, so 2 missile pods and the plasma. He's not there to be a super anything, he's there to support, so whatever is necessary. So if he needs to support Fire Warriors, he can add some extra missile shots and plasma shots. If he needs to support the tanks in whatever they're trying to destroy, all his weapons are strength 7, so he can usually fight whatever they're fighting pretty well. So pretty much this is the list that I'm going with. Playtest wise, it's really well rounded. Lots of boots on the ground, which is what I'm really going. I find in 8th edition, boots on the ground's where it's at, followed by cheap big guns. So, and I think that applies for any army. If you can get a lot of boots on the ground for cheap, have some board control with your fast attack, and then have a really decent line of heavy guns on the cheap, then that's really good. This is only a 1250 point army, and as you can see, I've got multiple tanks, broadsides, heaps of fast attack, more than enough troops. Like this is 50 troops on the ground. You got 2 HQs. Obviously everyone knows what this Fireblade does. Him sitting in with these guys gives them 3 shots each at range 18. Now in all the games I've played, that has been absolutely massive. That's just destroyed stuff. And obviously to ramp all this off, I give this guy through Unity Devastation. So the whole idea of what we're trying to do is we're picking a target. This guy lights them up with his Unity, through Unity Devastation. The marker lights also light that up, and then everything hits it till it disappears. That's kind of how I've always played Cow. That's actually how I play most armies. Hit things till they disappear, don't split your fire all over the shop, unless it's a fun game, not everything's about always winning. But yeah, this is my tournament list. Once again, thank you for all the support on the channel, I really do appreciate it. If you can think of any other ways that I can improve this list at 1250, obviously I'm going for more of a, I should say like 3rd edition looking Tau army, broadsides, tanks and Fire Warriors. So I've done the Riptide thing, it's fun, but I like the look of this better. It's been really effective. Alright guys, thanks a lot. Keep subscribing if you're enjoying the show, and thanks for all the feedback and comments. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Alright guys, just wanted to throw this at the end of the thing. A little bit of a new project I'm starting to add on the channel. Never ever played these guys before. Don't know anything about them. So I've just gone out and I've got the Adeptus Mechanicus Codex, and I've got my Start Collecting box. Makes sense to start there. So I just sort of throw this in at the end of the video, something to look forward to. I'll probably throw some updates on how my modelling, painting and first couple of games are going. Yeah, as I said, don't know much about it. Just sort of throw this on the end, and a little bit of a bonus as things come. Alright guys, thanks again.